Hello. I spent a couple of weeks studying Blender. I'm an indie game developer, just working by myself. I started learning game development about a year ago, and I came across a program called 3D Code, and that's going to be a main part of my art pipeline, and that'll be for sculpting and for texturing as well as some other things. But I'm also going to be using Blender that I have up on the screen here as my main modeling tool. There was a few people on the 3D Code forums that suggested that I emphasize Blender, and I used to just open this program up and look at it, but now it's not so scary and it's working. This character, I'm going to redo the breastplate, so please ignore that and the bad texturing. I'm going to go back and color that again in a 3D Code. But I did the retoplogy on this character, and then I fixed some of the modeling errors with the retoplogy in Blender, and then I learned to rig, and I rigged the character completely in Blender, and it's working pretty good. I learned a lot, and I guess wanted to make this video to ask people to not be so scared of Blender, because it's free, and it's just a great program. You know, I got a little weight painting still to do on the hair is moving up there, but for the most part, I haven't checked all of the bones. The main exercise was to get it rigged. Let me turn that. There's actually two breastplates there, and one of them I didn't weight paint under there, so I just turned it off. But I was able to get all of the vertex captured. I used the auto rigging feature in Blender. It works really nice, and it wasn't that hard to learn. And right now I'm going through the process of moving every bone so I can see which parts of the mesh shouldn't be moving, so I can paint them back in. But for the most part, I was able to rig, and was really happy with what I learned in this over the last 2 weeks, concentrating on Blender. And one of the other things I'd like to share here is that if you go into user preferences, you can find online different setups. And I like to set it up like 3ds Max, because I used to use Character Studio until I realized I wasn't going to pay that kind of money unless my game sells good in the future. So I wanted to use something that was free and legal and not a student license. But you can change from the Blender setup kind of setup, or 3ds Max, or Maya. Now I downloaded these 3ds Max ones from a person on the Torque Game Engine forum. I'm using Unity for my game, but I use Torque as well. And I guess can't say enough about this program. If you want to draw something or model something, it's really simple to make it happen. Really simple. So I guess wanted to share that, and that's the progress that I've made so far, and it's coming along nicely. So take care, and I will hope to post more videos to help people, to share what I've learned about Blender and help people to not be so intimidated by this wonderful program.